Today, I'm recreating the entire first Fnaf game using Lego and McFarlane. Every asset, jump scare, all done in stop motion. And yes, I'm even coding the whole thing in Scratch so I can actually play it towards the end of the video. Let's get into it. Before I start, I want to clarify that this game won't be public. It's a fun remake of the original Fnaf based on its original code. I tried to not examine Fnaf 1's code for this video, and to only use public available resources like the internet. I own the Fnaf 1 game on various platforms, and I'm not using this to avoid purchasing it. Now, onto the video. A game usually has three main parts, or at least Fnaf games do. The title screen, gameplay, and the game overall win screen, depending on the outcome. Before we can start on the gameplay, we need a title screen. This is what the player sees before starting. The Fnaf 1 title screen includes 5 assets: the title, the number of stars, the buttons, the background, and the static overlay. These parts were easy to recreate, mainly involving coordinates and simple coding, to make sure the buttons worked and lead to the right places. Now onto the most interesting part, the gameplay. In Fnaf 1, several mechanics keep the game interesting and challenging. Use cameras to track animatronics to install Freddy and Foxy. Close the doors when the animatronics get close, but this also drains power. If you run out, you're dead. If you didn't close the doors when needed, you'll also die. You get the idea. Gameplay has 3 stages: the office, the cameras, and jumpscares. To start, I coded the office's planning mechanics, but I didn't have the assets for the actual office at the moment, mainly because I hadn't taken the time to gather all the variations, so I used a placeholder. Before adding GUI elements, I started coding the AI for the animatronics. Setting up the AI before makes it much easier to code the cameras. For instance, if only Freddy were on stage, we only want to show him there. I used variables and movement mapping for this. This also meant that animatronics only move within designated areas, and not suddenly appeared at doors. I based my coding on how the original game was programmed to control animatronic movements. Pathing depended on the location, with a slight chance that the animatronic moves forwards or backwards. I couldn't find precise information on the probability, so I kept it at a simple 50-50. The game uses movement opportunities. They depend on timers for particular animatronics. At each opportunity, the game randomly picks a number between 1 and 20. If that number is equal to or less than the animatronic AI level, the animatronic moves. AI levels are set in the code per night. They aren't random, though most increase gradually over nights. Bonnie increases by 3 AI points each night, Chica and Foxy by 2. This is based on the game's timing kept at 20 AI. As for Foxy and Freddy, our biggest enemies, they behave differently. Foxy goes into a locked state when the cameras are pulled up. However, you don't need to be looking at Foxy's camera to stall him. You only need the cameras up. After you lower the cameras, he stays locked for 0.83 to 16.48 seconds. Once his movement opportunity timer completes, he can move. Unless of course the cameras are open or he's in his locked state. Freddy is different. You have to look at his camera to stall him. He works on a countdown which varies per AI level, taking away 1.67 seconds as the AI level increases, being capped at 0 seconds by 10 AI. When Freddy is moving on the cameras that isn't 4B, he will be in phase 1, which means he's able to move if the cameras aren't active or you're not looking at his camera. He enters phase 2 once he reaches camera 4B, where he will be stored if the camera is on 4B, even if the player isn't active on the cameras, which makes it impossible for him to reach the office if your camera stays on 4B the entire night. This is why the optimal 420 strategy involves not moving off the camera, because Foxy only requires the cameras to be up. I would like to shout out all these videos on screen for helping me with dissecting the AI within Fnaf 1. I recommend checking them out for a detailed look into the AI after watching this video. They are incredibly interesting and I'll bet you'll learn something new from these videos. Now, back to the video. I started coding the camera system next, which involved checking variables to determine animatronics locations, and updating all the camera settings accordingly. To capture the camera images, I used Dragonframe, which is my stop motion software, along with my webcam to shoot high quality photos and my Fnaf 1 build, which you can see here. Yes, I had to take over 50 variations of pictures for these cameras, and I had to code them all to link to the correct variation, so we wouldn't accidentally show an animatronic where it shouldn't be. I also made 3 camera Easter eggs, some of my favourites from the original game that can randomly appear when states are met. Freddy looking at the camera on stage, Bonnie up close backstage, and Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy has a 1 in 100,000 chance to appear every second, but only triggers when you're looking at his camera. I changed this to 32,768, since in the original game it was kept at this variable because of ClickTeam's random number generation. When Golden Freddy appears, the code to change the poster stops unless you switch the camera. If this happens and you pull the camera down, then hallucinations occur. Golden Freddy will be in your office and you end up getting jump scared, unless of course you pull the cameras up. The jump scare also causes the game to crash, which is pretty cool, and hallucinations can appear during gameplay at 1 in 1,000 chance every second. After connecting the crew to different camera states, only a few tasks remained. One of them I'd been avoiding, the office. Camera movements in this area are controlled by the mouse's X position. The game detects the mouse's X location on the screen and shifts the view accordingly. All the elements in the office such as lights, doors, hitboxes and the fan use the same code. To make these interactive, I use invisible hitboxes that are placed over the sprites. When the player clicks or moves over these sprites, the game will trigger actions such as opening and closing doors, activating lights, opening the camera feeds, or playing the Freddy honk sound as a fun Easter egg. Now it was time to code the power outage. In Fnaf 1, when your power reaches 0, a power outage sequence begins. This sequence consists of 4 stages: Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, and Stage 4. In Stage 1, every 5 seconds there's a 20% chance that it progresses to the next stage, with a maximum of 20 seconds before it automatically moves to Stage 2. In Stage 2, every 5 seconds there's also a 20% chance with a maximum of 20 seconds to advance to Stage 3. Finally, in Stage 3, every 2 seconds there's a 20% chance of progressing to Stage 4, which results in a jump scare. Now it's time to focus on the largest series of animations, the jump scares. These were the most crucial part in the game. Unfortunately, I couldn't record most of the jump scares because OBS kept crashing that day, so I only captured footage of the power outage jump scare. Each jump scare was animated at 20 frames per second. I did this because it's a multiple of 60, and 20 fits into 60 for 3 times, which means the game can run smoothly at 60 FPS, without causing choppy jump scares from frame drops. Now with all the jump scares done, we could test the game.
I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now.
Yeah, I was nowhere near finished, but luckily, spotting bugs helped me know where to look in the code to fix them. It usually didn't take long, except for when I needed to re-record, especially when bugs only appeared on later nights. That could mean up to 30 minutes playing through just to find the bugs, fix them and repeat. This process took me a whole week because I did over 20 reshoots. It was getting to the point that I was getting tired and almost wanted to give up, until finally I believe I fixed them all, and this is when disaster struck.
My screen just went black? What just happened? Oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Yikes.
As you could tell, I was seriously stressed. Let me explain what happened. This is a memory outage icon. Everything that runs on a computer uses memory, including applications, background processes, images, games, and sound. I didn't know this at the time, but Scratch actually stored all this information. Every sprite, every piece of code, and every sound. When the game launched, all that information was preloaded, which could cause RAM to build up. But just how much RAM exactly? We're talking over 10 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, 10 gigabytes. Luckily, my computer can run 16, but the moment jump scares or anything complicated happens, mixed with all the background apps, the whole game just shuts down. How do we fix this? Well, after days of research, I found multiple things. First, with every new sprite, Scratch automatically stores the sound, which could use up a lot of memory. After removing the sounds, it only freed up 500 megabytes of storage, which was still a lot, but the game still crashed, so it was time to come up with a new plan. When I imported photos into Scratch, they were automatically converted to bitmaps instead of vectors. After researching, I found that bitmaps use much more memory than vectors, and are better suited for higher quality photos that require a lot of textures. So separating the GUI such as text and icons that use simple shapes, and converting them into vectors should help with the RAM usage. Now with 4 to 5 gigabytes of RAM, the game performs much better and runs smoothly.
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, and that's the thing that terrifies me. Every single time I do this recording, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Anyways, this is what I've been working on for quite a while, actually. Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and it's actually over a year I've been working on this project. A little bit more behind the scenes than what it is now. It was a lot more main focused now than what it was back then, which is, you know, it's great to have something to work on. And this has been a thrill ride. It's been up and down. There's been so many times that it just it's been insane. So this thing loves me so much that I had to do over 30 recordings just to make sure that there was not going to be a bug I was going to come across. Hopefully there won't be a bug I come across now. Hopefully there isn't bugs, but you know, that's not guaranteed. There's always probably going to be something that goes wrong. You're not going to have a game that's basically spot clean, because there's still chances of stuff happening that are just incredibly low, especially with like a random game like this. So basically anything that happens in this game could be completely random. It may not happen again, but I still want to fix it in case it does happen again, if that makes sense. So we're gonna get started on night 1. I am a little bit nervous still, but let's get started on the first night. I have not seen, like, I remember when I made that newspaper, that was over a year ago, which is actually insane to think about. Like, this has been in the works for quite a while actually, so, okay. Night 1 is going to be incredibly boring, to be honest, but we're gonna get through it. Hopefully we'll be fine. Blah, blah, blah. Now that might sound bad, I know.
But there's, yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up.
Wonder why.
But hey, first station be a breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow.
Hey, Bonnie.
Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Well, aren't you just a little teleporter, aren't you? That is weird. I don't think I've really seen that happen. He does that sometimes though. He does that in the normal game as well. He just casually just dips and does not abide by the laws of physics at all. I mean, we're doing pretty good on power, I'm gonna admit. Let's just do a Freddy nose honk for a little bit of good luck. And oh yep, casually just do 2 successful movement opportunities in a row. And now he's just gonna camp there for the rest of the night. I bet you guys, he's just gonna camp there for the rest of the night. There's nothing I can do. He's just gonna stand there, still, just standing right at my door. And Chica's gonna do the exact same thing, it seems like. She's getting closer and closer. Guys, he left. I actually had zero faith he was gonna leave, to be honest. I had like no faith whatsoever. Okay, Chica's getting closer. Hi Chica, how you doing? She just wants to go in a circle. You can keep going in a circle. You just keep going in your circle. No, don't come back. Go back. Go back. Go back. The other direction. You know? You can stay there all you want. 6 a.m.'s gonna hit. Not gonna be my fault. We're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious about the power on this night because there is a little bit of passive drain, and I don't want to be dealing with that really.
There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots have
I've got both Easter eggs in the same one.
So
that's cool.
If you camp somewhere,
Wonder what the chances of that
camera,
is.
Be sure to check the door
Isn't that like a 1 in 100?
You might only have a few seconds to react.
You gotta be a little bit more cautious about Foxy tonight. Foxy is going to be a little bit of a problem when it reaches 4 a.m. They don't want to move much, do they? I mean, I know they're quite low AI levels, but they're not really wanting to move much. And I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't want them to move at all if I could. But then again, it'll make the game boring, so... Yep. Hey, Bonnie. How are you doing? You're looking amazing in that corner. Leave, Chica. Go away. Stop wasting my power. That's concerning. See, 5 AM is going to be around like 23-ish%. Now because Chica's camping there, she's using up most of my power. And I don't like it. She's not leaving. She's not leaving. She's evil. She's evil. And Foxy's out. Great. Just what I want. Okay, she's gone. I think we stall. Got a little bit close there.
Chica was not leaving. She did not want to leave. And I don't want that happening on later nights, because if that happens on later nights, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, hey, you're doing great.
Thanks.
Most people don't last this long.
No. No, I don't want you out of your cove. Don't do that again, Chica. Don't do that again. Leave these premises immediately. Leave. Go away. Leave the premises. Thank you. That's all I wanted. She just dipped into the kitchen. She's speedy tonight. She's going full speed. She's going Usain Bolt. Dang it. My bad, Freddy. Ooh, he wasn't gone. He was not gone. He was not gone. I thought he was gone. He was not gone. He's still not gone. Just gonna see on the cameras when he is gone. But still. She's in my corner as well. Bonnie, go away. Bonnie, go away, please. He can do this all night for free because his AI level is so low that he likes being like this. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Bonnie! Fuck off! He's not leaving! Go away! How long has it been? Go away! Is he gonna stay there for like 2 hours on this night? He's not leaving. And I honestly can't do anything because he's not leaving! Fnaf can be heavily RNG based because Bonnie won't leave your fucking door! Holy shit! Okay. Can I just stall for the rest of it? Right on 0. I thought I was honestly screwed. I actually thought I was screwed. Okay. They were not leaving my... Chica did it on night 2. Bonnie does it on night 3. Tonight it should be a lot easier because they have higher movement opportunity. And the AI should not fumble with me. Unless I get incredibly unlucky. But if I get incredibly unlucky... that's just too bad. I know that this night is RNG based on Freddy.
Oh, hey.
Don't know where Chica is. Okay. It's night 4 and they're not moving as much as what they do. That's concerning. Because they would just... next thing you know, they're going to dip right to my door and do the exact same thing. Because they're loving to do that. Don't do it, Chica. Don't you even think about camping right at my door. No. Go away. Why am I leaving the door down when there's nothing there? What am I doing? You know what? We need to do good luck. Good luck. Oh, Freddy. Hi, Freddy. Hi, Freddy. I didn't mean to do that. That was entirely my fault. Don't get mad because I honked your nose. Chica, go away, please. Don't do it. Okay, the power consumption is great. We're at 3 AM before that, so that means we might be able to store Chica for a little bit longer, but if she keeps doing that, we're not going to be able to do anything. Yes, hi. I don't like this, Chica, go away. Thank you. See how much Chica used up? 35%, we should be around 4 now. But Chica wanted to camp there, well, we are at 4 now, but she still wanted to camp there and we're cutting it thin. I don't like cutting it thin. Stay away from me, demons. Stay away from me. My nose is itchy, but I gotta lock in. If I do it, if I itch my nose, could be game over. It's only night 4. This is tiring. This is goddamn tiring. Knew it. Could hear the difference. could hear the loud difference. Okay, good sign, good sign, good sign, good sign. Come on, turn free, please. Free, please. Please, speed, I need... Oh, please turn free. Hey, Freddy. I mean, no, Freddy. Bonnie, hi, Fred. Bye, Bonnie. Go, Bonnie. Bye, Bonnie. Chica, please don't be there. She's about to be there. Why isn't it turning 4? Okay, it's 54. Let's turn 4. And if Chica camps there, we might be in a little bit of a situation. Okay, we're gonna have to stall out a bit because otherwise we're not gonna make it. I'm worried because that power consumption is added on. It's a little bit extra every single night. Except for like 5, 6, and 7. Whoa, I'm rusty. I'm trying to install as much as possible. Oh man. That was more difficult than usual. That was more difficult than the last ones I did. Because... Okay, it's time to do the 6th night. I am not ready for this, but we're gonna do it anyways. I've had a little bit of a rest, so hopefully my armor's okay. Also, random fun fact about me, I play on high sensitivity, so if you see the mouse moving quite fast, that's why. I play on high sensitivity. I'm not really talking a lot this night, and I know I'm not, but it's just the pure concentration. I believe like the jumps are insane. Ooh, that was close. Please go away, Chica. Please go away. Come on, guys. Give me 3 AM. The sooner the better. I'm looking at the power, I'm going, I don't know. It's not looking that good. Guys, no, don't you. You know what time would be great? Thank you. Okay. Still pushing it. Way too close, man. Way too close. Jeez. Okay. The game's kind of lagging a little bit, but it's okay. Thanks, Foxy, for the good sign. I appreciate it. Holy, almost sell! I'd also like to note that this isn't really the strategy I use when I've beaten 420 on... I did it on a live stream a while back. And this isn't the strategy I used. If you guys remember that live stream, I think it was also clipped. Somebody clipped it as well. I think Seto clipped it. Okay, I'm doing pretty good considering the basic fact here. We've had Bonnie and Chica both at our doors literally instantly. So if I aim, I don't know if this is going to be doable. Fin. Thanks, Foxy. Please. Surely. I reckon I got it. I reckon I got it, but it's cutting it thin. But Freddy's gonna be some pretty good RNG. Let's go! Yes! I'm about to say, if that could have still been a little bit risky. If Freddy gave me terrible RNG, just win instantly, we wouldn't have been in a really good situation. But he didn't, so. And yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see a full uncut version of gameplay, it's available on my second channel, link in the description. If you guys would like me to recreate other FNAF games like this, and even create my own fan game, let me know in the comments below. And whilst you're down there, make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.